Hello, love. Welcome back to IFS Enlightenment Snacks. I'm Shankari, your Wild Wisdom Guide. And today we're going somewhere tender, somewhere I think a lot of us need right now. We're talking about what it's like when the world feels stormy and your nervous system starts to take the storm personally, as if everything happening out there is actually happening in here, in your body, in your chest, in the pit of your stomach. No buffer, no shore, just waves everywhere. If that's been you lately, especially with everything unfolding on the world stage right now, I want you to know you are not alone and you are not broken. Your system is responding to something real. And I know this not just as a guide. I know it because it happened to me. A few weeks ago, I noticed that my own nervous system had quietly gone into high alert. Not because of anything specific in my personal life. It was more like a low hum of dread, a sense that the ground beneath the world was less stable than it used to be. And my body had picked that up and decided to carry it, all of it, as if it were my emergency. In my body, it lived as something dark and heavy in the pit of my stomach. In my mind, the loop was simple and primal. I'm unsafe. Something terrible is coming. Nothing feels stable. I tried the things I know. I worked with my parts. I meditated. I moved my body. And slowly, something started to shift. Then one night, something woke me up at 3:30 in the morning. Not an alarm, not anxiety, something quieter, like a whisper from somewhere deep, from the aspect of me that knows things before my thinking mind does. I reached for my phone and told Siri to make a voice memo. And what I said, half asleep, was this: become the lighthouse in the storm. The next day I sat with that message, become the lighthouse in the storm. It felt like medicine for my soul. And what I understood, what landed in my body, not just my brain, is that this is not a metaphor about being strong or stoic or unmoved by the world's pain. It's about something more precise than that. It's about learning that the lighthouse and the storm are not the same thing. That there is land, that you can stand on it, and that standing on it and practicing standing on it is itself a form of service. That's what this episode is about. Here's what I want you to understand, because this changed everything for me. Your nervous system is brilliant, and it has one ancient, overriding job: keep you safe. So when it detects threat, it responds. Heart rate up, breath shallow, body braced. The problem is that your nervous system doesn't clearly distinguish between a threat happening to your body right now and a threat you're reading about on your phone. To your body, the headline and the lived experience can feel nearly identical. So when we stay in the news cycle, scrolling, absorbing, carrying the weight of everything happening across the world, the body can begin to treat it all as immediate danger. It floods. It braces. It loses the sense that there is any safe ground anywhere. In IFS, we'd say the parts that are trying to protect you have gone into overdrive, scanning, numbing, hardening, collapsing, because they genuinely cannot find the shore. And here's the piece that changes everything neurologically. Your nervous system learns by repetition, by where you repeatedly place your attention. Every time you orient towards something, danger, chaos, the next catastrophe, you're wearing a groove. You're making that orientation more automatic, more effortless, more default. And here's the gift. It works in the other direction too. Every time you practice turning toward the lighthouse, toward steadiness, toward ground, toward the light in your own body, you wear in a different groove. You are literally, physiologically building a new neural pathway, a new default. This is not wishful thinking. This is how the brain rewires itself. But, and this matters, it happens through titration. What that means is small doses repeated. You're not trying to calm the whole ocean in one session. You're practicing finding the ground for 30 seconds, then a minute, then longer. Each time the nervous system learns a little more. There is ground here. I can find it. I know the way. And that's what we're going to practice together right now. So let's do this. You could be sitting, lying down, or standing. Whatever you have access to right now. And if at any point you want to pause or come back to the room or the space you're in, just open your eyes, look around, and let that be enough. So before anything else, just arrive. Let your attention come to contact, where your body meets whatever is beneath you. Could be the chair, the floor, the bed. Let gravity do some of the work. Feel the surface holding you. Take one easy breath, not a deep, performed breath, just a natural one. Let it be small if it wants to be small. And notice, you made it here. Gently turn your attention inward and ask with real curiosity, where is the storm in my body right now? Not your thoughts about the storm, the actual physical sensation. Maybe it's a heaviness in the chest, a pit in the stomach, a buzzing in the hands or arms, a jaw that's been holding on, a throat that feels tight. Whatever is here, don't try to fix it or analyze it. Just find it and say inwardly, softly, hello, storm. I see you. I feel you. And this witnessing matters. The nervous system doesn't need to be argued with. It needs to be met. Now, I want to offer you something your nervous system may have been waiting for. There are two realms alive right now. Out there, the world, the news, the uncertainty, the suffering. Real, heavy, true. And in here, this body, this breath, this room, this moment, also real. And your body needs help telling the difference. So we're going to draw a line, not a wall, not a denial, a shoreline, the place where the ocean meets the land. Both are real. They are simply distinct. And place one hand on your chest or your belly and feel the warmth of your own touch. And say this slowly, out loud if you can. That is out there. This is in here. Again, that is out there. This is in here. Notice what your body does when it hears that distinction. Even a small shift counts. A millimeter of softening could look like a slight drop of the shoulders, a breath that comes a little easier. Let the nervous system register. There is a here. I have a body. I have ground. And your breath is remarkable. It's the one thing that lives in both worlds at once, automatic and involuntary, like a heartbeat, but also something you can consciously shape. When you slow the breath, you send a direct signal to the nervous system. The threat is not immediate. We are okay right now in this body. Let's do a few rounds of box breathing together. Inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let the breath return to natural. Just notice, did anything shift? Even slightly? Let your body register whatever is true. Now, let's find the ground the lighthouse stands on. Bring your attention to something neutral and steady in your immediate physical experience. Not something meaningful, just something present. The weight of your body pressing down, the temperature of your hands, a sound in the room, the feeling of your feet. Rest your attention there for a few breaths. Notice this is not the storm. This is your body, breathing, pumping blood, sensing, living, doing what it has always done, what it was doing long before you picked up your phone this morning. This is stable land. You're not trying to make the waves disappear. You're practicing something more precise than that. You're teaching your nervous system that ground exists, that even in the middle of everything, there is a here to return to. So stay here for a few breaths. Let the body absorb it. This right here is you wearing a new groove. This is the rewiring. Now, if visualization feels available to you, come with me. Imagine a lighthouse, not a lighthouse fighting the waves, not one pretending the storm isn't real. A lighthouse that simply stands, rooted in rock, on stable ground, while everything moves and churns around it. The lighthouse doesn't argue with the ocean. It doesn't try to fix the storm. It does something quieter and more powerful. It holds its light steady so that those who are lost can find their way. Now, let that lighthouse be your body. The stable land it stands on is the ground you've been finding in this practice. You might want to place a hand on your chest and imagine there is a light here. Not a light you have to generate, more like a pilot light, something already burning, quietly, waiting to be noticed. As you breathe, let it grow a little brighter, not through effort, through attention. The way a flame grows when you lean in and simply look at it. Now, let the beam extend outward, not as a fix, not as a way of bypassing the world's pain, as a direction, as a signal, as an intention your whole body is holding. You might offer one of these phrases, silently or aloud. May peace grow. May safety increase out there and in here. May we remember we are not separate from each other. You don't need to believe this perfectly. You're not performing hope. You're practicing it. And every time you practice, you make it more accessible for yourself, for the people in your life, and for the world you are part of. Gently return to the body. Notice, are the waves still there? The fear, the grief, the weight of it? Maybe, and that's okay. We were never trying to make them disappear. And notice, is the ground still here too? Both can be true at once. You might say softly, waves can move, and I remain. One more breath, slow, easy, yours. And when you're ready, open your eyes if you close them. So, my love, here's what I want to leave you with. These are genuinely intense times. What's happening on the world stage is real, and it asks something of us. It asks us to stay present, to care. But a nervous system that is constantly flooded cannot do that well. It collapses, or it numbs, or it burns out. And none of those states makes us more useful to the world. When you practice becoming the lighthouse, when you titrate your way toward ground, a little at a time, again and again, you are building the capacity to hold more, to feel more without being destroyed by it, to stay in the work of shining light for the long haul. Your steadiness is not indifference. It is the foundation of your care. And every single time you turn toward the light, every single time you practice finding your shore, you are deepening a path toward it. You are making it more automatic, more available, more you. That is the rewiring. That is the work. I want to offer you 2 gentle invitations. First, try the Lighthouse practice once, right after something activates you. Just once, small and doable. See what happens. And second, a journal reflection, if you're drawn to it. Where do I feel stable land in my body? What shifts when I draw the line between out there and in here? I'm with you in this. The world needs lighthouses right now. Not people who have stopped feeling. People who have learned to feel and stand. Until next time, may you find your ground. May your light be steady, and may your lighthouse beam radiantly, persistently into the storm.